The alien laughed, the sound a hollow rattle through its plated jaw. Your planet? It sneered in galactic common, the translator giving its voice a cruel metallic tone. They call it a death world, human. Do you know what that means? No species from the civilized galaxy would survive there for a week. Across the steel table, Captain Mara Vance didn't blink. Her green eyes were steady, her dark hair tied back in a braid that fell like a coiled rope over her shoulder. She said nothing. The alien leaned forward. Its skin was like cracked obsidian, its claws tapping the table in a slow, deliberate rhythm. We heard tales of your planet, it continued. Wild predators that hunt in packs, poisonous plants, insects that kill in minutes, and storms so violent they tear the sky apart. That's why we laugh, human, because your existence is absurd. You should not be alive. Mara's lips curved into the faintest hint of a smile. And yet, she said quietly, here I am. The alien tilted its head, a faint hiss of irritation leaking from between its fangs. You were captured without resistance. You're no threat to us. The Council will parade you as proof that humans are nothing but exaggerated myths. The death world narrative will end. Mara didn't look away. You think Earth's danger is in its storms and predators? You've misunderstood entirely. The alien gave a slow, rumbling chuckle. Then enlighten me, fragile one. Mara's eyes stayed locked on its. Earth is dangerous because it made us. Before the alien could reply, the cell door behind it slid open with a hiss. 2 guards stumbled in, one bleeding from the side, the other clutching a shattered weapon. Their voices were frantic in their native tongue, the words tumbling out in panic. The interrogator turned sharply. What is it? The guard's translator stuttered as it tried to keep up. She's coming. The tall one. The jungle fighter. Mara's smile widened just slightly. The alien's nostrils flared. Who? The answer arrived before the question was finished. From the corridor came the heavy, deliberate sound of bare feet on metal. A shadow filled the doorway, impossibly tall, all muscle and sinew under tanned skin. The woman's hair was braided with strips of cloth and bone, her body painted with streaks of green and brown pigment like living camouflage. Across her back, she carried a crude bow longer than most rifles, and in her hand, a machete glinted wet with alien blood. The Amazon stepped into the room. The alien interrogator froze. It was one thing to read about primitive warriors in galactic reports, savages from low-tech worlds. It was another thing to see one in person, the raw presence radiating from her like heat from a fire. Her eyes were calm, but there was nothing soft in them. Mara, the Amazon said in a deep, steady voice. Let's go. The alien finally found its voice. How did you breach? The Amazon didn't answer. She moved like a predator, closing the distance in a heartbeat. The machete swept in a brutal arc, slicing the weapon from the interrogator's hands before it could raise a defense. Her bow swung down from her back with fluid grace, and an arrow tipped with scavenged alien metal rested against the string. The alien took an involuntary step back. You can't. The arrow slammed into the wall beside its head, so close it shaved a groove into the plating. The message was clear. Mara stood, brushing imaginary dust from her uniform. You see, Captain, she said to the alien, Earth's predators aren't just tigers or storms. We are the predators. We adapted to a world that tries to kill us every day. You can't scare us with captivity. You can't intimidate us with violence. We were born into worse. The Amazon stepped aside, keeping her bow trained on the alien while Mara moved toward the door. The interrogator's voice trembled now. The stories about your kind, the warriors of the green hell. They're true, Mara said. And she's just one. Alarms blared in the corridor. Somewhere deep in the facility, more shouts rose, panic spreading like wildfire. Mara and the Amazon slipped through the chaos, moving with the silent efficiency of hunters who had stalked prey since childhood. By the time the alien guards regrouped, the 2 women were already on the landing bay. Mara sprinted to the stolen shuttle, fingers flying over the controls, while the Amazon stood at the hatch, firing arrow after arrow into the approaching squad. Each shot found its mark, alien armor useless against the sharpened alloy scavenged from their own scrap. The shuttle roared to life, lifting from the deck with a thunderous hum. The Amazon stepped inside, sealing the hatch as laser fire splashed harmlessly against the hull. Mara pushed the throttle, sending them streaking toward the black expanse of space. Only then did she glance over at her companion. "I didn't think you'd make it past their patrols." The Amazon grinned, teeth white against her painted skin. They underestimated a woman who grew up hunting jaguars with nothing but a spear. Mara laughed once, sharp and quick. "Good thing for us.